Starting the recording. And share screen. Let's see. Okay. So, all right. Hello. For everybody who's going to watch this video or this recording, and to those here in attendance now, I hope everybody's had a great break, and hopefully the semester's gone off to a good start. Today we are going to talk about the 2022 Google Solution Challenge. So this will be our general agenda, and yeah, we can get straight into it. So I'm sure several of you have taken STS 1500 and have covered the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And for the past several years, this has also been the theme of the Solution Challenge as well. So the goal is to essentially solve a problem that works towards at least one of these Sustainable Development Goals. And along with this, this solution should use at least one Google technology. And some additional rules about participation. A group should have at least 2 members and should have no more than 4 members. And one person cannot be in more than one group. So I'll also show this quick video. Actually, I'll just link these videos afterwards to save time. Yeah, let's keep moving on. So a big part about this challenge is actually the prizes. So one, as a club, if we get enough or the most Solution Challenge submissions, then our club as a whole should receive a lot of swag. Additionally, if we are to have a great number of, if we host the most, review session, not review sessions, but, workshops and events that work towards the Solution Challenge, then again, we will also receive swag and some more prize-related incentives that work towards actual submissions of the projects are sort of branched out into tiers. So the top 50 teams will receive some, advice from actual Google developers, and will also receive some, some nice swag and t-shirts and stuff like that. Then the next stage is there's 10 finalists. And these finalists, in addition to receiving, more mentorship from developers at Google and receiving more swag, also get to actually present their solutions to, people who work at Google on a live stream on YouTube. And the last 2 stages involve cash prizes. So I believe 7 teams of those top 10 will receive cash prizes, the top 7 essentially. And each member should be receiving $1,000 for themselves. So that's $4,000 for a team. Then the final stage is 3 winners. So these 3 winners, these 3 winning teams, I should say, each member receives $3,000 for themselves in addition to these 1,000. And yeah, as a total, each team should receive $12,000. And on top of that, they're essentially featured on these Google developers blogs, and they will also receive support in the future for, making their solution more robust or commercializing or doing whatnot with their solutions. So that's a pretty big incentive, and it's definitely challenging, but something that everybody who submits should strive for. So now here are the criteria for each submission is judged on. And you can sort of look at this as a grading scale. So 60% of the judging, well, I should say each project is valued 60% on impact and 40% on technology. So this is essentially where this challenge differentiates itself from other hackathons and such events like this, in the fact that the means by which a problem is solved are only so important if the problem is, is impactful. That being said, the technology is still important, but what good is a novel approach to a problem that is only somewhat impactful? Or for that matter, what's the what good does it do to essentially make a more novel approach to a problem that already has a good solution? So yeah, I mean, not to say that technology is not important. That should also be a goal, to make the most efficient and effective and novel solution on the technological side. But it's important to know that both the impact, essentially what problem you're solving and how you solve it, as well as the technology, are both really important. So here is a general timeline. This is essentially the next several months, how it should play out if you decide to participate in the solution challenge. So there are several links. For example, there's a form for registering. I should be sending that out to the Discord. I'll also send out all links in this slide set as well. So upon registering and forming a team, essentially, now keep in mind, you don't have to follow this timeline by any means. There's no due dates or deliverables for any of these besides your submission at the very end. But this is just the general layout of how it works. You select some goal, this UN sustainable goal you're trying to solve or work towards solving. You identify a solution. You essentially build the solution and learn what's needed to build it. Then you test your solution. This testing could be, by getting beta users and, just friends and family to test it out and get their feedback. And then you iterate, you make changes as you see need fit. And for the submission, which is at step 9, and the submission is due by March 31st, you should be submitting, I think at most a 2 minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds video. And essentially your goal is to demonstrate show the importance of the problem and show the importance of your solution while demoing it and showing how all the features that you include. And also make sure to mention, your tech stack and what Google technologies you use. And after the submission, of course, is when they roll out the results. So in mid-April, you should be receiving, you not personally, but everybody who submitted receives who placed in the top 50. And then in May, essentially the whole month of May, and maybe a bit of April, the top 50 teams will receive mentoring from these Google developers. And, this mentoring is essentially for receiving new feedback and making a new iteration of your solution. And I believe after that, you then submit it again. And now you have 10 finalists who were announced. And then shortly after that, the top 3. And yeah, I believe in mid-July or maybe August, I think mid-July, there's a ceremony for, commemorating the 2022 Solution Challenge and recognizing the winners and everybody who submitted a project. So here are a few, extra videos. I'm not going to play any of them right now, but I will be providing these links in the Discord, and they are also readily available on the Solution Challenge website. Whoops. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. Oh gosh. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. So another thing that we all plan on hosting this this time around is several design days. So the idea behind this is we want to help members who are working on the Solution Challenge projects. Essentially, we want to help them with their project planning. And project planning might be done in stages. So we might have several design days, some that start with the, ideation process, coming up with a problem you want to solve and, finding a solution, defining a user and things like that, essentially coming up with the idea. Then a next day might be, going through the process of, how you want to deliver this product or this project, I should say, solution to the user, who's going to be using it and how will they use it. And lastly, it's important to identify what technology you will need. So we'll help the members come up with a tech stack based off of what their project is essentially doing. Is it going to be more of a data science related thing, or will it be a pure software engineering, mobile or app development? Or it could be even a conjunction of both. So we'll try and, help members as we see fit. And yeah, just help along the way. That's the point of these design days. And also, in this past semester, fall semester, we had a few technical workshops and demos on, I believe, GitHub for version control and Firebase. Now we do plan on having several more this semester as well, including TensorFlow, potentially Google Cloud Platform, Android and Flutter, and yeah. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for those. And here are a few more videos as well. Once again, I will provide these links in the Discord and allow you to watch them on your own. Okay. Yikes. Okay. And here are a few, points, I guess a few more rules, if you will, regarding the challenge. So I guess we can start from the top. Can my solution solve a problem outside of the scope of these 17 sustainable developer goals, these UN goals? And to answer that question, you sort of want to morph your solution and the problem into at least one of these 17 sustainable development goals. And it is, much easier than you would think. These goals are pretty encapsulating. And yeah, that's all that has to be said for that. Now, can one student or team submit with multiple submissions if they've contributed to both projects? So there is a limit of one entry per person. So the answer to that question is no. And the third question is, can I still participate in the Solution Challenge if there's no Google Developer Students Club at my university? So yes, there could potentially be students from other schools or people not even attending a university who would like to participate, and we're more than welcome. And they can, essentially file and submit their Solutions Challenge submission under our university name. And lastly, given the implications of social distancing, our ability to test with users was impacted. Will the judges consider this? And yes, you know, the judges understand everybody's situation and limitations. And, you know, of course, they'll be, uh, you know, they'll be mindful of this when judging based off of the given criteria. And so these are a few winners from the 2021, the 2021 solution challenge. And I will say that some, well, actually all of them are really neat. And I don't think we should be going through all of them, but of course, once again, these links will be provided later on. Oh gosh. Yep, there we go. Now, these are, I guess, you know, some feedback on the various Google technologies. I'll leave these up for a second. Essentially, it's all good things about, you know, Android, Flutter, Google Cloud, GCP, Firebase, and TensorFlow. You know, it's easy to use, it's convenient for actual, from the creator side, and it's also, you know, works for something that's being developed and going to be used by real people. So there's only good things to say about these Google technologies. And of course, we have more videos. There from the 2021 demo day, there was live streams where the finalists actually were able to present their solutions. And yep, I'll share these. Okay. And yeah, I guess that's the closing of this presentation. So yeah, are there any questions? If there are no questions, I mean, feel free to ask anything in the Discord. I should be able to answer everything. And yeah. Oh, actually, there's a chat. No questions? Okay, perfect. Well, with that, I'll let you, yeah, thanks for joining. And yeah, I guess that should be it. So thanks.